Hello everybody, Ken here. Welcome back to Prison Architect. Okay, we've got a lot to do on our to-do list over here. 420. 4 of 20 things, I guess. So yeah, we've done these 4. Hang on, we've done 5. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We've got to build a basic detention centre. Remember, we've got these 2 grants here. This one we got a 10 grand grant to build a basic detention centre, and a 5 grand grant to build an administration centre. Now all we need to do is hire an accountant. I don't know if we finished. Oh, we did. We finished researching finance. Great. So we can bop our accountant in the nice big office because, you know, corruption and all that. And we did it. We've done that. Read the CEO's letter. We read this, didn't we? Yes, we did read this. I wonder why it's still on there. Maybe we need to... do we need to delete it? Bye. Okay. Probably should have hung on to that in case we needed to remind ourselves of anything, but whatever. Right, we've got to go with our basic detention centre. Sean Connery's running things. Oh yeah, it's a basic detention centre. Okay, we need a holding cell. We need a shower. We need a yard. The yard, I guess, will go outside. The holding centre is going to go here. The holding centre, holding cell. We're going to bash that in here. So let's get into building. Should we pop into planning mode, and we'll start like bopping some ideas out here. So I think we're going to want our holding cell just to come along here like so, you know, and we'll have it come like a decent chunk of the way down. It can be a sizable little thing. We'll put the door in here, of course. Then what else we got? We're actually going to not need too much more. We're building our kitchen and canteen are going to be here. I wonder if we actually mark those out. Did we mark those out? It doesn't look like we did. So we'll do that before I forget. What do we want? Where are you? Kitchen. Kitchen's going to be this room right here. Boop. And then canteen is going to be this fella right here with the lovely white floor. Fantastic. We'll need to obviously fill up both of those with their appropriate bits and bobs. We'll do that in a sec. The holding cell is going to be here. Do we actually... I don't want to put that in yet because I want to make sure we've got our walls set up the way we want. Now, so I'm going to probably put down some actual cells here, I think, is probably the way I want to go with this. So, once... we'll have like a little thing here, so this can be an entrance. Now, here... This door's in kind of a weird spot. I feel like I maybe put it, you know, I've left this little bit here, but there's not much you can do with this tiny little section. So we'll can we make a cell? I guess theoretically we could make cells. Have to be what, 2 by 3. So I guess theoretically we could have them be oh, I didn't mean to do that. Where's our planning? Let's pop into planning. We could have it be like 1, 2, 3. So like that, and then we have another one go down 1, 2, and then the entrance would be here. It's interesting because for some reason I always build cells the other way because I think, you know, that's the way they do them in game. But they don't have to be like that, do they? And then we got 1, 2, 3 here. I mean, that's already the correct length. So if we pop this in here and this in here, that's going to be a cell there, and we'll leave a space maybe. Should we leave a space? And we'll start building along here as well, like so. On to be lovely. Lovely little setup for the prisoners. The old crims. Oops. And then we're going to end up with... We are going to end up with one slightly longer one if we do that. In fact, let's not do that. Let's have something different in this corner. Let's make this corner into like a shower area instead. So we'll have it bop up here, and we'll have people enter it sort of over here somewhere. So We'll leave 2 spaces. Like so. And the shower can be here. And they can come in and shower. That'll be one of our showers. Maybe we'll put another one somewhere else along the way. But for now, that's going to be our thing. Now we'll mirror the cells here as well, I think. So that should be the right size. That's a 2x3 there. So we'll have this coming down, I guess to here. Because I don't want to have it come, well, I guess to here. And we don't want it to have, we don't want to have too many of them. Like, we don't want to overfill and have no corridor space. Like a 3 corridor is okay. We have a decent chunk of cells, all told, once this is all said and done. So we'll have another one here. Like so. We'll have these kind of symmetrical cells. Lovely stuff. And then, I don't know about this space here. I guess we could fit in a few more cells if we wanted to. How do I feel about that? Well, let's see how they'd clock up if we did. We'd have, if we put them here, like so, just theoretically, then we'd have to have the wall here, so we'd only have 2 spaces in if we did that. In fact, no, this is a wall, so we can put the wall here, like so, and we'll have that come down, I guess, to here. There we go. That. Well, in fact, I want it to come down to here, but the problem with that is it makes this a little bit wonky. Let me think about this. You see, I kind of don't want. There we go. I kind of want the corridor here to work out a little bit nicer for us. We'll have that coming across, and we'll do that, and then we'll do the same here, and it'll be nice and symmetrical. So this doesn't leave us with any kind of reception area, but that's not too much of an issue. We've got this open foyer bit. Do I want to do anything with that? I guess if I wanted to, I could, bring this in like so, and then we could pop like some kind of weird bonus cell in here. No, that's too short if I do that. Let me have a think about this. Like, hypothetically, I guess we could have this one be a little bit wonky. And then put a cell in here. In fact, should we make this one like one bigger? This can be like the elite cell. Or I guess we could have some solitary confinement. We could have like a couple of solitaries here. That might be a good way to go. If we do that, if we have... how would we best do that? Maybe if we do this like so. No, hang on. Just like so, like there. And then we'll do another one here. And do we want another one there? No, probably not. That's probably okay. I guess we could pop like one down here just to fit it in. But we put this bloke next to the solitary cells. Is that alright? I suppose it's not too bad, is it? I'm going to do that. There we go. So it's kind of sort of symmetrical there. Although I guess this guy's... No, this one's different anyway, so we can have them all going the same way here. Because this guy's over off in a weird corner anyway. Why did I make this one so long? That's probably thrown off like my whole bits and bobs. Oh, and it has to be because it's... Yeah, I see. Because I didn't have room. I didn't leave myself room down here. That's fine. Okay, well let's get to sort of cracking that out, and we'll get all the prisoners in. So we're going to want to actually turn the speed on. So we'll pop in a few walls to start with, so that they can start building stuff. Right, and then we'll get them going. So they'll start bringing all that stuff in, and it should be nice and simple. This is great. I like this design. I really like the planning mode. I think it's quite a good way to you know, get stuff worked out like that, and they don't start coming in and throwing bricks down and you hang on a second, I didn't want these here at all. This is a good design. What else are we going to want to do after we've done this? We're going to need to crank up our prisoner intake. We're going to need to fill out our kitchen and canteen, hire some guards, hire some cooks. Man, I need to slow these guys down. They're catching up to me. Just get a little bit ahead of the game, and then we'll bring them back in. Oh gosh, I'm out of money. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to my cash flow. I should pay slightly more attention to that. So that's fine. We've got money. We're actually going up. This is our daily cash flow. So money's coming in at the moment. So that's fine, because we don't have any prisoners. So apparently, somehow, I don't know how we're making £3 a day, because we don't have any prisoners. But somehow we're bringing in the big bucks. So let's start filling out our rooms before we run out of money any further. Okay, holding cell's going to go here. We're going to need a door on that. Oh god, I'm not going to be able to afford a large jail door, am I? Crikey. Well, we'll give that a moment. Maybe we'll fast forward a bit of time, and some of the cash will trickle in. We'll work out what we need in the meantime. A basic holding cell is going to let us run stuff. That we need the serving table, and bench in here. We're going to need a cooker, fridge and sink in here. Is there any way we can like cook the books? Actually, we can take another contract because we finished the first one. That will get us the money we need. If we find another grant. So here we go. So inmate health and well-being we could have the staff well-being initiative. Reform through education. I mean, that's one for a bit later. Short-term investment. So this one, you pay money into an investment fund. Okay, so this is interesting. So you just throw £5 away, and then you get 16 grand later. And then this one seems to be the same, but I guess maybe it takes a little bit longer to come back. Should we do inmate health and well-being? We don't have to do it straight away, but it's going to give us 10 grand advance payment. And that'll let us finish off our bits and bobs and not be completely out of money. So I think that's probably a wise thing to do. Right, we're going to want a shower. Where's the showers? Here we go, shower. Boom. I'm going to want the shower. It's going to come down here into this little corner for no particular reason. Oh, in fact, let's not do that. Because... no, let's do it. I was going to say we could put a holding cell in here, but it doesn't. You have to come through someone else's cell to do it. So let's not worry about that. There's just a little bit in the corner, you know, if you want to go and do some private bits and bobs. This is where the prisoners can go get up to all their shady dealings out of the view of the watchful eye of the law over here, where the guards are watching in, checking they're not doing anything weird in the shower or trading any dirty drugs that they've been stashing inside themselves. So they can go and do that off in that corner. That'll be great. Always good to you gotta let them think they're cheating the system somehow. That always brings up morale a little bit for the prisoners. Okay, we're gonna need to furnish our bits and bobs now. So the holding cell, let's do that first. We need a door on the holding cell. This is very important. Bosh. Okay. Now what are we gonna need in there? It's a bench and a toilet, right? Okay. Well, we'll pop a bench. We'll pop it at the back here like so, and then we'll pop a toilet up the top. Here we go, here's a toilet. And we'll pop it here so it's kind of out of the view of other people. And I think we'll need to pipe that in anyway, so let's get that piped in right now, so we don't forget. And down here, I mean, we're going to have to pipe down anyway towards the shower anyway. We're going to need some shower heads in. Utilities. No, not utilities. It's under objects, isn't it? Shower head. Okay. So we'll have a sneaky corner shower here for all those sneaky activities that we were chatting about a second ago. Should we pop one up here? Like, I guess maybe we shouldn't be blasting away all our money on shower heads, but whatever. Live the dream, you know. Okay, fantastic. We've got all those in. Now, I guess I should unpause time and let them bop all that stuff in. We're also going to need to pipe down here as well. Pipe down, son. So let's bring the pipe down here, and we'll bring it kind of along to here. That should be good. And then I think we should be okay to kind of like pipe down here, go across here, across these, and in fact, should we just go like across here and then up, and then just complete the circle just so it goes all the way around, and then nice and simple. And this one goes over to our secret shower. Not really secret, but you know, you get the gist. The electricals, we'll see kind of how it goes. At the moment, the electrical cable only comes into here, and that's probably not going to be far enough to get power. In fact, no, you see, I think it actually has to like feed into individual rooms almost. But we'll worry about that later. We've got plenty of capacitors. We invested heavily in capacitors off the bat. We've got loads of money left, so we should be able to bop out our kitchen fairly straightforward. We need a cooker, a fridge, and a sink. Now, we're probably going to want more than that, but for now, you know, let's not overdo it too much. We'll put a fridge in. I'm going to put a fridge up the top. Sure. Should we put 2 fridges in? Is that too much? I know it says you only need 1. But I'm a wild child. We'll have a sink for now. Where are the cookers? Cooker. There you go. We'll have 2 of those as well. And make sure that we've got enough for everyone to be doing this stuff. These sinks cost 20 quid. They're not exactly hang on, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I just want to make sure that we leave ourselves space to put in another one. You can move them around, but I do want to be careful about that. So we've got a staff door here. We've got the security door here, so no one just wanders in. But the staff door hopefully will let these guys come in and out of the kitchen, and hopefully they won't cause any trouble. If it turns out that prisoners are able to go through there into the kitchen, then maybe we'll reconsider our option there. But for now, that should be fine. We're going to want some drains in the shower, of course. That's quite important. Where do we want them? Just like so. That'll probably be okay. I feel like maybe we should have one over in the corner just to account for that ridiculous thing there. I don't know if you need to pipe these in though. I'm going to presume that we don't, at least for now. Right, what else are we going to need? We've got the holding cell and the shower. We need to finish off the kitchen and canteen. Let's focus on those for the meantime. We need table, bench, and serving table. Okay, so we'll get the serving table in first, so they can crack all the food out for the inmaterinos. We'll pop a bin in between, because that's always nice to have. Right between your food is all the trash. Fantastic. And then we're going to need tables and benches. So the tables here. We're not going to have too many inmates off the bat, but we should account for the fact that we'll have more down the line. Okay. And then bench. So we'll just put a thing on each side, on one side for now. And that should be enough to get us going. So let's take a look at our utilities and see. So you see the power coming in here. Oh, we didn't finish. The cable doesn't link up. No wonder there's no... I wonder why that happened. I must have cancelled it when I was doing something else. Or can you like not... Why can we not put one in here? I wonder if there's something in the way, perhaps? Oh no, there's already one there. Just hanging out there. I wonder why it's just an electrical cable here, like in full view. I don't know. Maybe it will sort itself out once the rest go in. Perhaps that's just a factor of the way that it builds stuff in. We're going to want a yard as well. So we should start thinking about that, because we've basically got all the other stuff we need. And this canteen will be in pretty soon. I guess we could probably start thinking about bringing some inmates in. Now we're going to want to hire some guards and some cooks if we do that. So do we want to think about... it's going to take them another day to come in, I think. So maybe we should go to the report and intake. And we'll set it to 5 for now. Should we go? wonder what the purple fella means. If they're different than the standard orange ones. Because I know the red ones tend to be slightly more dangerous prisoners. They're a little bit more off the cuff. You can't necessarily trust them so much. So we'll have the yard down here. I think is probably a good spot for it for now. In fact, we should pop it here because then it'll be in the middle of the prison going forward, where it was before. But we'll have it be a little bit smaller than the initial yard was. So we got fencing here. Here we go, fencing. Fantastic. So I'm just going to kind of follow their lead and crack it in here. And we'll have the entrance be like right here. So this thing can lead up to it nice and straightforward. Paving stone. The paving stone could come to here. Like so. And it's going to come down here as well. But we won't worry about that too much for now because it's a bit of a waste of resources. We'll just have it come down just a tiny bit to remind ourselves that it's coming down there. Can I put a bit of fencing in here? I don't want a bit of fencing there. Okay. Concrete floor. I mean, it costs the same as paving stone, right? So maybe that's, or maybe gravel is actually quite good because it's got a slow walk speed. And we'll fill some stuff up. I think you need a couple of things to have a yard, or maybe it just has to be outdoors. Where's our rooms? Okay, cracking. Yard. Right. Do you need anything, yard? No, just needs to be behind a door. Well, that's fantastic. There it is. Bam, there's the yard. It's huge. I suppose we should floor out our holding cell as well while we're thinking about it. Remember the holding cell is going to be it's going to be where our initial prisoners are probably going to end up because we don't have as much other stuff to go. We're going to want some tiles for the floor of the shower. They actually mostly cost the same. Like, I don't think the wooden floor is a lot more expensive. But most of this stuff almost all costs 10. I don't know why. The wooden floor, I guess, is more expensive. The wooden and the ceramic are the expensive ones. I wonder why. They don't seem like more beneficial necessarily. It's just, hey, it's some fancy stuff for your fancy people. So that works out okay. Do we want what do we want going through our corridors here? Do we want concrete tiles or do we want a concrete floor? Maybe we just want a concrete floor for the just the standard inside of the cells. I wonder why I can't drop it down. Are we short on money? No. Why is it not letting me? I mean, it seems to be letting me do it. It's just not displaying it. Did we already? Oh, maybe concrete floor is the default, so we don't actually. Yeah, I see. I think concrete floor must already be the default. That's why. Hey, I can put it down here because there was something else before. But where there already is concrete floor, I don't think you can overlay it with more concrete floor. Okay. That's okay. We need to get our power in as well. So let's have this electrical cable. Did it sort itself out? No, it didn't. Okay. Well, let's come out here. How do I remove this? Rooms, objects. Dismantle. Let's do it manually. Someone take that out of the way, because it's in the way. Okay, fantastic. And now we'll put the electrical cable in. And hopefully that will rectify things. We'll wait for him to go and shove it in. Anyone coming? Here's our chap. I like how it tells you that it's in the kitchen as well. That's kind of nifty. Boom, there we are. And then power goes through. Apparently we're missing one here as well. I didn't slap one down here. I wonder if it got overridden because I put a wall there or something like that. I can't really get that last one. So we got 5 prisoners arriving 8 AM. 1 minimum. Okay, so that's minimum security. Well, that's good to know. Okay, we should probably start hiring some dudes then. We should probably hire a couple of cooks. Here we go. Bert and Ernie, the cooks. Fantastic. I'm not going to remember that at all. We're going to want at least 2 guards as well. So let's pop the guards down. We'll have one near the front here. And we'll have a couple kind of meandering about in here. I don't know if we need to tell them to do anything for now. But if we click on them, what does it say? I can just sack them. You can send them around, but I think they'll probably sort themselves out to start with. We're going to want more than 2, but that's a good start, I think. Should we might as well grab another grant while we can, because there's not normally a time frame on them. Okay, cell block. That's probably our first thing to do. We've already got the basic detention center. We've unlocked finance. So all we need to do is raise our prisoner capacity to 15. Fantastic. I mean, that should be pretty easy. That's just 3 days, basically. At least 100 inmates. I think this is our core goal here. So we've got 5 per day. It's going to pay us 2,300. They're arriving at 8 AM, which is in 14 hours and a half. And, yeah. Okay. We've got health and well-being. We need a medical ward, doctors, and a psychologist. And we need to raise our prisoner capacity to 15. We've got 30 grand now, because we took all those grants. So we can probably finish off the rest of this cell block. I'd like to get that done. Seems like a good thing to do. Always got to manage your cash flow, as it turns out. I just kind of ran in. I was so excited about building this big fancy prison that I forgot it costs money. You're not really paying attention to all these 50 50 100 50 50 50. Just throw in the big bucks. I mean, these walls aren't cheap. You know, building each of these cells. I mean, how many do you need to build one cell of a 2x3? You're gonna have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So that's 18 all the way around. Times 50, that's like 900 quid just for each cell. And look how many of them we've built. So it's not really any surprise that we're a little shy on money right now. We'll set up our rooms because we can do that. Solitary. Solitary is going to be here. It's going to be here. Enclosed. Surrounded by walls and doors. That's all you need for those. So we'll grab... There should be a solitary door. We'll smack those in. Bam, bam. And then rooms. Cell. Now I think it should automatically do them for us. It should divide them up like so. The only problem is I think it does actually have to have all the stuff in for it to trigger correctly. Like that. Like it will notice on the walls, but if the walls aren't in, obviously it's not going to pick it up properly. So we'll make sure all the walls are in before we assign all of our cells. So this one's going to have to be like that anyway, because this one's a little bit longer. And then these are all in, so we can do them, and we can do these here as well. Fantastic. Righto. Let's pop our beds and such in. Make sure we get all those done. Da-dum-bum. This is going to be lovely, isn't it? This is all working out for the best, I think. Okay. Bop you there. Bop you there. Bop you there. I kind of afford my prisoners a decent chunk of privacy. These beds cost 200 quid as well. Not cheap. So that pushes the cell up. We've already spent 1,800. This is without flooring or anything. So we've spent 900. So it's 1,100 with the bed, and then the toilet is that. So that's 1,200 a cell, and that's for the minimum size cell. Not doing anything fancy. Plus the door, 1,400. You know, running a prison ain't cheap. And admittedly, there's setup costs, and beyond that, probably not quite so expensive. But do you want to put a toilet in the solitary confinement? That's like a some kind of sense of basic human decency. It does fill up half their space. It's like, if you're in solitary, would you rather have a room with a toilet or double the size room with nothing in it? Because you know you're not going to move around that much. Maybe the double size room you could do some push-ups or something, but perhaps you know, if you've got a toilet in there, there's not exactly enough room to get down on the floor and get to it. I'm trying to think if we want anything else in our holding cell. And I don't think we necessarily need anything. But it's always good to have stuff. I'm going to save our game. before we go anywhere else. Save. Bam. Okay. Fantastic. Shower's all in. Power is let's check in on the power. So you see it's coming down here. It needs to go a little bit further. So we're going to want to bring this down to about here probably. And then we're going to want to also do the same over here. And have this come down about the same amount. We'll see if that's enough. This piping's obviously going to have to run through most of these things. But we'll wait until the toilets are in, because then we'll be able to see these little glowing blue baubles through. And that will let us know where we need to be. So we'll carry on raising our prisoner capacity up next time. Thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you have, be sure to bop that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more Prison Architect and other games as well, of course. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see me do with this prison. Because at the moment it's fairly open-ended. We're just kind of getting the basics down. I think we'll build a medical ward. Is there anything you think I should focus on? Or anything you think I've missed out that desperately needs to be in here? I mean, we're going to need power up here, that's for sure. And yeah, that's going to bring an end to things. I've been Ken. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!